We played a team that's a big physical team, as I said earlier in the week, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and they do a good job running the football, and they mix in a few passes here and there. But, our guys competed, and I like the way the guys competed, and we moved the ball up and down the field. Unfortunately, sometimes we didn't capitalize with touchdowns. We got some field goals and touchdown and a turnover or two, but guys competed, and defensively we did our best to come up and fight and be physical, and it's a big physical team we went against. So my thing, it's not about Stanford, it's about us, it's about San Jose State, it's about us continuing to get better as we continue on during the season. And I think I'm proud of the guys. They never quit, they never gave up. So
how do you think you played?
Any questions? How do I think our guys played?
Yeah.
I think our guys played good. Our guys played good. But we needed to play better to beat these guys. That's a good team. We just need to continue to get better.
Yeah. The game plan obviously was seeing long, short passes. Is that just because with their pass rush, you know that it's going to be tough to have time to throw the ball deep?
Well, they did a bend but don't break. When they get in their cover two, they want to jam your receivers, and they mix things up, and they do bring a lot of pressure, and sometimes when they bring more people than we have blockers, we have to throw the ball quickly, and so that was sometimes our answer. We've been pretty good in that, throwing the quick game and mixing it up. So we moved the ball up and down the field. We just didn't get to capitalize as much as I'd have liked.
You're having to settle for field goals instead of touchdowns when you got in the red zone. How much of a difference is that?
It's tough. You want to come off with 7, 14, and 21, not 3, 6, and then 13. So that was tough. And it's not like we were getting many breaks. I mean, I think they had one turnover, a CQ exchange in the second half, and then we had a turnover just coming back. It's unfortunate because I thought we had them on their heels. And we just turned the ball over. And unfortunately, at one after their turnover, we were driving and we turned it over. It's too bad because that would have made it a 27-20 game, I think. It would have been closer at that point.
At what point did you think you had them on their heels?
I think when they turned the ball over to us, we had just scored, and we got to 13, and they turned the ball over. And I think there was 27-13, and we're driving down. We crossed. They called a 15-yard penalty on something, and that backed us up. But nevertheless, we drove, and I think if we scored, it's 27-20. We got ourselves a ball game, folks, and so it's just it's unfortunate.
Late first half, when you had the fourth down, you had to clear the field. Did you give any thought to going for it on fourth down there?
I thought I wanted to get the sure point. If it's fourth and long, your odds go down. I think you get points when you can. I like to go for it on fourth down, but I also want to be smart. I roll the dice a lot, and you just got to make calculated decisions in this. And in the first half, there's a lot of football left to play. So, to go for it on fourth down as opposed to late fourth quarter, it'd be. I don't question that.
How do you feel about the play of David Fales tonight?
I'm sorry?
Your quarterback, David Fales.
David Fales is a good football player, and he hung in there. He's a valiant warrior, and he played hard and did a good job. And he got a good feel for their defensive coverage-wise, and had them on their heels. And I thought David played a good game. It's unfortunate a ball got away, and I think 1 or 2 picks, but David played well.
Long term, it's about the Mountain West. So how does this kind of relate to that?
Well, I told the team if it really is about the Mountain West, and if this is after the game, not before. I play to win the game, but it's if we get better and we learn from this, and it helps us out in conference play, then great. It's great. It's all about getting better as the season goes along. That's really what it's all about. And so I want to be continuing to improve. And there were some things tonight that our guys learned about tackles and angles of tackles and approaches, and know where help's coming from, and doing your footwork coming off the ball, and protections, and blitz adjustments, and all those things that our guys will continue to learn. And we were tried tonight. We were tried. They brought a lot of pressure on us, and they're big up front. They're stout up front. And they got a multiple array of linemen who shuffle in the game, and good old Midwestern football style of play. That's what they do. They run the football.
It looked like you guys came out of the game pretty much healthy. against a physical team like that? Is that
we did? That's a nice element. I told the guys. I just said a prayer of one of gratitude and thankfulness that we came out healthy in that game, and because any football game really. I'm not saying just because we're playing them, but every football game is a physical game, and there's a lot of football left to play. One game does not define our season. But I want to learn from it.
What is it about them that made them tough? I mean, I know some of those guys are physical, and it's going to be tough to stop them on offense.
We knew they were going to be tough. We were just as tough. When we decided to make stops, when we decided to focus on our keys and play as hard as we know how to play, we made those plays and we stopped them on defense, following the field goals and making them 3 and outs and different things like that. There's just a few plays that we didn't play technique sound and let them get behind us with some scores, whether it be a pass play or a long run.
What can you take positively out of this game? What do you specifically learn from this game that you can carry with you heading into the next one and the rest of the season?
Definitely just building on it, because we know that we played hard, we know that we played physical, and we matched their physicality, I believe, just as good as anybody else will for the rest of the season. And just on top of that, we know that we didn't quit, so we know that we have guys that are going to fight to the very end.
I know there was that one pass play you kind of maybe took a little bit of a chance there late. Is this a game where, especially in that situation, they're up a couple scores, that you kind of have to take some chances there?
Definitely. It's all about making plays the whole game, so that's just the opportunity I saw. Try to make a play.
On those things, just going forward on 4th down, does that you feel like you're being aggressive no matter what anyway?
Definitely. Just being aggressive, that's what we came out to do. We didn't want to hold anything back, so we just came out with the mindset to be aggressive, and that's what we did.
You guys really weren't able to push the ball down the field. What kind of was happening there?
We executed our game plan. They do a good job of getting out and they'll give you the flats. And I think you see we took a lot of that, and we did a good job there. They had a little different answer in the red zone, and we just couldn't finish on a couple of those drives.
How much of it was not being able to get those big plays that you guys are used to? How much did that affect the offense?
Obviously, you got to just nickel and dime them, and kind of you're just taking little bits and pieces, and they'll take away the big plays. So that's their defense, and they do a good job.
Coach Caragher was disappointed you didn't win, of course, but he was pleased with the effort. Can you just tell me, how did you feel about this game, the way it turned out?
Losing sucks, so obviously it's not fun. You can learn a lot from this game, obviously. But overall, our effort was good. We didn't quit. Our defense did a good job of just fighting, and our offense as well. But losing's tough, but there's definitely a lot to learn from it.
What specifically do you think you can learn from this game?
Just different answers for what they were doing. You're gonna have to go watch the film and really get specific. But there's definitely just some little stuff that we could have done differently in the red zone. That took in a couple more shots. That just me and my decisions. But just little stuff. We have to watch the film.
You guys have now played 2 games and seen 2 really different types of defense that have one was allowing you to take deep shots, one forcing you to. Do you feel like now that this offense maybe come next game, you guys have seen a lot of different stuff now and should be better prepared?
Yeah, I felt like we were prepared this game. We were moving it down the field. There's a couple drives where if you don't have success on 1st down and you're now 2nd and 15, they're going to drop out, and they're a really good defense. You have to have 1st down success and move the ball. So I felt like we executed our game plan pretty well. Just there's a couple series here and there. 1st down and you're 2nd and 15, you're not going to win doing that. So just little stuff. But overall, I felt like we did execute our game plan pretty well.
Coach was saying he felt like you had them on their heels for a little while there, and you could have a big play here and there. You might have been a different outcome.
Yeah, definitely. A couple touchdowns instead of field goals. That makes a different game. We got in the red zone. We just needed to convert it into touchdowns.
Does this game knock your guys' confidence at all? Last year you played them a little bit closer. Does this knock you guys at all?
No, we got a lot of seniors, and we know how good we are and what we need to do to stay together. Definitely doesn't. We know we're a good team. There's just little stuff that us as seniors, we need to take control and bring the team together and learn from this game.
They're a physical team, and they did a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage, but you guys at least held up in terms of not suffering injuries, that kind of stuff. Is that something that you can take away, that that you guys did at least match them somewhat physically?
Yeah, it's tough losing. They're a really good team. They're a big, strong, fast team. That's Stanford. They're a good team. I felt like we did run with them, and we were moving the ball pretty well. But just a little bit, again, a couple series here and there that we needed that we didn't get, and it puts our defense in a tough spot. So, but we just gotta watch the film and learn from it.